off about fucking UFOs, and it was like, you are dumb.
But there is a UFO story, Mark, about pyramids flying in the sky.
Pyramids flying in the sky. So yeah, I mean, so everybody knows what UFO means, right? Unidentified flying object. And since the beginning of time, I mean, people have been reporting seeing weird lights, all sorts of stuff flying around in the sky. That they wrote about it, they made paintings about it. Uh, and in the modern era, there's newspaper articles, now pictures, and now recordings, now video of these objects. And but UFO is always a thing that kind of belongs in the fringe, right? It's something that people don't really take seriously. You guys, you just roll your eyes at me all the time.
Constantly.
You think they're all drones.
So, there's not much respect that I get for, for being an advocate and a believer in this stuff.
Advocating for the UFOs.
Dangerfield over here. Can't get no UFO respect.
Anyway, so
sorry, I love you.
But the audience will see that this is the type of stigma that you have to deal with when you're talking about serious topics like unidentified flying craft that are appearing in the sky. So this is just case in point right here. I think the audience can see. They're smart people. In any case, so there is a very interesting story that came out. So the big story in UFOs for the last 5 years or so have been these reported sightings, these incursions, if you will, of objects, what they call UAP now, unidentified aerial phenomena, into military ranges. So over Navy ships out at sea.
And it seems crazy because if the UFOs don't want to be found, why are they flying over military assets?
Well, that's a very, very interesting question. So
why is phenomena spelled with a P and not an F? Okay. Anyways, I'm digressing. Sorry. I do this to Mark. I'm an asshole. I love you, Mark. Continue, because this is a big deal. And Jeremy's question is true. If you don't want to be seen, why would you be flying over the very people whose job it is to look out for you?
This is fine. This is exemplary of the job that's ahead of us to educate the public on these matters.
Educate me in justice.
All right. So recently, there's been these incursions in military ranges, these training ranges, and these are highly secure. Water areas, that are controlled by the Navy, by billion-dollar battle group ships, carriers, destroyers, submarines, the gamut, these huge battle groups. Pyra says probably secret German World War II's surplus craft. Actually, there's some truth to that, and we'll get to that some other time.
This has got to be a new. I'm loving this.
No. That is true.
This is a new favorite segment.
We'll talk about Operation Paperclip some other time. But now let's talk about the Navy. So now that's why when people talk about UFOs, it's like, no, it's only kooks. It's a guy that's drunk on his on his porch that saw like a star or something. But no, now in the last 5 years or so, we have actual confirmed sightings that are confirmed by the U.S. Department of Defense. So in in the mid 2000s, we had these incursions by objects called the Tic Tac, what they called the Tic Tac. So this was it was actually I'll show you guys a video.
Bob Lazar. So glad you're bringing up Bob Lazar.
So this is the one of the first video. This is what they call the gimbal video. So this was an object. So this is what you see on screen is an object that is being filmed and chased by an F-18, a Navy F-18, and they're
moving at like 500 miles an hour. Right?
Yeah, they're 25K, and this object, and you can't hear right now, but the pilots are saying it's an object that is moving against the wind, and now you'll see there will be a sudden rotation of the object. And it will stop moving, or it'll slow down, and it became. So this was filmed by an F-18, and this was actually confirmed. The last video I showed you, the Department of Defense of the United States confirmed that this was an unidentified craft filmed by an F-18, and they don't know what it is. So that is confirmed.
100% a drone.
It's China. Come on, guys. It's just China, isn't it? Isn't it China?
I don't want to listen to conspiracy theories. This is serious stuff, Justin. So the next thing
now is going to get very real.
Okay.
The next thing. So now we have this new video that came out very, very recently. So this is, again, confirmed. It was leaked by a journalist called George Knapp, who is a very famous guy, a journalist in Nevada that is always involved in all sorts of UFO stuff. So
eating all that radioactive honey.
maybe
like a Dorito.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind of weird. So I'll just play that back here. So just 1 second. So 1 moment. So now this was filmed on the deck of a U.S. carrier, of a U.S. ship. And this is what they call a Snoopy team. So whenever there's weird stuff that's happening on the ship, they send out a team to take pictures of, if there's a drone or if there's something in the water or a fire or whatever. They have a team that they send to that area of the ship to take pictures and to document what's going on. So now,
that's Scully, X-Files. I saw that shit.
So now this is actual footage from a Snoopy team that was leaked to a journalist in Nevada, showing what the government has confirmed is footage of a pyramid-shaped object that was flying and kind of floating over a U.S. Navy warship. So, and this has been... Go ahead.
Okay. No, that's great. And dude, I'm like, this actually is kind of crazy. I'm like, dude, you're going deep here and I love it. I just don't know. Are they just posturing for the Navy? Like, are they just kind of like doing like a pull your pants down and show your butt and laugh at them kind of thing right now? Because like, wow, like,
why would you go to an aircraft carrier?
The ocean is big. Okay, like the ocean is vast, I've been told. And you're like, I'm going to just fucking sit down and take a dump right on top of the U.S. Navy, right?
Yeah, well, and then be like, what are you going to do about it, U.S. Navy?
It's China. It's China. I'm telling you, man, they're fucking with U.S. They got technical abilities. They got drones that are like super drones. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to find the logic, but it doesn't even make sense.
Well,
because you're going to hit me with it can move at 1 billion miles an hour and drop, right? And
well,
no propulsion.
The Tic Tac object that was chased by a F-18 piloted by Commander David Fravor, and this is all documented and official stuff. This is not bullshit or conspiracy. It was tracked at going from space, so tens of thousands of miles, in the air. And it would drop in 1 second to about 10 feet over the ocean. And it would do that over and over. They tracked objects that would be doing that in the ocean.
In in a second, though, right?
Yeah.
Didn't it, or whatever? So here's my question. Can we contact the aliens and get them to, like, separate the billionaires from their money? Can we get out of this under the foot of the cabal and the Illuminati that have clearly just been pinning us down? Can the aliens come and help us here? Can you
Okay, well these are actually really good questions for someone that's really uninformed about the subject. So the first thing is like, okay, let's look at the possibilities. What is it, right? So let's say it's an alien, right? Let's say it's a craft, like what we would typically think of an alien craft. It's a thing that's coming to this planet from another planet visiting us. So that's one possibility, but that's difficult to prove. Let's say possibility number 2, that it is Russian or Chinese, right? As like they've developed some kind of advanced technology. So aren't we kind of in trouble if the U.S. Department of Defense, the biggest navy in the world, $1 trillion navy, cannot handle little drones like that and is admitting openly that they have no idea what is going on?
Yeah, that's kind of scary to think about.
Right?
You know what? Yeah, that is scary.
Okay.
Thanks.
I hope it's not a drone from Russia or China, because that would be like, oh, we are.
Well, imagine, because we're dealing with asymmetrical warfare these days, and we don't really know. We haven't had a huge conflict, an open conflict in a while, right? So we don't know what the real capabilities of these other, world adversaries are. So let's say, that's one scary possibility. But the other scary possibility, let's say it is ours. Let's say it is something that's being developed by the United States or by someone else, that's on our side, so to speak.
Yeah,
well,
like SHIELD.
We're talking about technology now that has almost infinite power, that has the ability to traverse space at, crazy speeds. It is something that would revolutionize humanity forever, if it is indeed ours. So that means, if it is ours, that means that people have developed on our side this technology that could change everything, that could change the game and energy and transportation for all of us, for humanity. and they keep it under wraps, and they are not releasing it to us.
Do you have a scenario that's positive?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so so we are like mainstream media right now. I just want you to understand. We were like, hey, monkey people are gonna kill us, and if they don't, radioactive boars are gonna kill us. And now Mark's like, also there's these people in the sky that they're gonna fucking kill us.
Exactly.